Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Benoit. I'm working for Misterb&b. I'm very happy to make this webinar with you today and introduce you to Misterb&b. Just in a few words, Misterb&b is the largest platform for short-term rental dedicated to the LGBT community. It started almost 5 years ago. It started consequently to the experience of one of the co-founder of Misterb&b when he traveled to Barcelona and stayed on a mainstream short-term rental platform. He was traveling with his boyfriend and has been welcomed quite badly by his host, actually, who was kind of rude with them when they said that they're gonna sleep in the same bed. So when Matt, that's the name of the founder, when he came back to Paris, he said, "Okay, I want all the LGBT community in the world to travel safe, with a warmly welcome, whatever your origin is, wherever you are from, or whatever your sexual orientation is." So that's how Misterb&b started. Um, it's very important for the LGBT travelers to connect when they travel, to meet people like them, and to feel themselves when they travel. So this is one of the aim of Misterb&b. It's also about providing people with relevant information about LGBT attraction once at destination, and it's also about, again, connecting people, since about 55% of the guests with Misterb&b talk about themselves, so they want to feel in a very good and safe environment when they travel. Um, non non-judgment, tolerance, acceptance, diversity, exploration, hospitality, respect are very important for us, and that's why we are proposing a very special add value on Misterb&b, which is not only about renting apartments, but also providing our guests with travel information. We have a section on Misterb&b called misterbnb.com/gayblog, where our users can find travel tips, this content about destinations, um, places to have a drink, to have dinner, to go out. So this is something unique that Misterb&b proposes that you cannot find anywhere else. I mean, in any other short rental platform. A few numbers about Misterb&b. People used to spend 3.5 nights average. We have 230,000 accommodations in the world. And our main regions in terms of business are Western Europe and North America. We are really focusing our efforts to have bigger inventory in the big cities of the world, like those listed here, like Paris, New York, London, Berlin, Barcelona, and many others. As a short-term rental platform, people use it mainly into big cities. And the reason why we connect with BookingSync today is also to, of course, to grow our inventory in these cities and everywhere in the world. But we have a so big demand there that we are very glad to have a bigger supply with all you guys since today. So that's why we connect with BookingSync these days. A few words also regarding the LGBT community and Misterb&b. Being LGBT friendly doesn't mean that we don't want any straight people in the platform. No, it's absolutely contrary. It's a very inclusive and open-minded platform. So we have straight owners, straight travelers, we have gay owners, lesbians, transgenders, and we welcome everyone on Misterb&b. It's not about segmentation, it's more about including everybody in the world, making people connecting, traveling together, sharing experiences, exploring the world together with a very human point of view, which is very important for us. We have three different teams at Misterb&b. I mean, three different offices. The headquarters in Paris, with two of our CEOs, and a team dedicated to trust and safety to make sure that all the transactions are done properly, all the contacts and the users are identified as they are. We also check all transactions when they appear to be like fraud. So we are really taking care of our users and of all the transactions that happen on Misterb&b on a daily basis. We have another team in Lima that can take care of our users that are in North America or in Asia. So basically, when we have a request from a user, we can take care of it 24/7 every day of the year. So this is something very unique and efficient for you as a host and for all our travelers too. We have another office in LA where we have our tech team and our a part of our marketing team there too. So we are very global. We have many nationalities working with us, British people, French, Italians, of course, Peruvians, Americans, Canadians. So we speak many languages, of course, French, English, Italian, Chinese, and a few others. So if you guys have any requests, be sure that we will answer it wherever you are from and whatever your time zone is. The advantages of working with BookingSync is getting more bookings from our users, because the LGBT travelers travel much more than the average population, meaning that they also fill in the low season periods, and they travel. I mean, they are repeaters. So if they like your place, they will probably stay again at your place or recommend your place to friends. Word of mouth is something very important in the LGBT community. And we are also a startup that is growing very fast. We raised $13 million within the past 2 years. So we are definitely the right company to increase your business and to leave something different with your guests, actually. Everything is easy with BookingSync and Misterb&b. We are already connected, so meaning that all the information that you have in your listing, like pictures, descriptions, prices, availabilities, everything is already synchronized with Misterb&b. If you just want to test it these days, just be aware that it's gonna take average 24 hours. So if you're just connected with Misterb&b today, for instance, your information might appear tomorrow, maxing. So within 24 hours. If you have any question too, just feel free to contact me or Romain. I would be more than happy to provide you with solutions or any further detail that you would need. It's working with us is also the opportunity to get rewarded if you recruit new hosts among your family or friends. So once you have your profile on Misterb&b, just check out the Referral Program section, and you can have up to $200 benefits if you recruit a new host that will welcome guests, and if it's recommended by you. So I really encourage you to click on this page too. And as part of the LGBT community and the LGBT business world, I'm very happy to welcome you. And I thank you very much for connecting with us today. If you have any question, again, please feel free to ask me live. This webinar is made for this, so I'm here to answer to your questions. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Benoit. Yeah, maybe it would be useful to give some information about the specification if you are a BookingSync customer. If you distribute on Misterb&b, you will have an agency profile, and maybe Benoit, you could explain because you have a lot of owners
Sure.
on Misterb&b, and as an agency, maybe you have some settings to add to.
I propose you to do a little. Can you still see my screen? My screen,
yeah.
sorry. Okay. I propose you to do a short demo of Misterb&b. So let's try, for instance, Paris. I'm typing Paris here.
And also, Benoit, you have question on the chat.
Okay, I will check the question right after this very short demo. Yeah. So here we have the listings for Paris, for instance. We already have 2,500 listings in Paris. Of course, we have the map here that can help the user to find out his apartment, and we have this pink section, which is the gay area. So it helps the user to find out the more accurate place if he wants to stay in the gay neighborhood. Also, you have different filters here as a user if you want to find an apartment, and you can choose gay-friendly agencies like BookingSync is now, and you can see all the listings of these gay-friendly agencies. The benefits for the users is that all these agencies are working with the instant booking. So if they can see the listing on this screen, it means that the listing is available and they can book it directly without waiting for the answer from the host. So this instant booking function and this filter is very useful for our guests, and it's also very useful for you to increase your business, because it's a very efficient way to book an apartment on Misterb&b. So this is some samples of apartments that we have from these agencies. Of course, then you can choose if you want an entire place, private room, shared room. You can select different amenities. So just make sure that your listing is complete and all your amenities are already showing up their right information. And I think this is it basically. I just want to answer the questions. So yeah, I have a question. How are you handling the registration issue in Paris? This is a very important point. All our hosts have to be compliant with the local regulation. It could be in Paris, but in many other cities in the world. I think about Berlin, Barcelona, New York, where the regulation is tough sometimes. So basically, the Parisian hosts have to declare to the municipality that they are Misterb&b users. I mean, they are short-term rental users, and they have to get a number from an identification number from the municipality. It's very easy. We are calling every single of our hosts these days to encourage them to contact the municipality and get this number. It's just a form to complete, nothing else. And then this number has to be shown on the listing to prove that they are compliant with the regulation and they can be short-term rental host. I have another question. How does it work for payments? As we have many properties, we need it to be set up to transfer the booking amount to a different account. Is that possible? Questions regarding the payments would be handled by our payment department. If you're okay, I have to check this point with our payment department because normally there is one account for even if you have different properties, you have only one account. We are seeing and developing probably some other function that would allow you to have different bank accounts, but so far, if you have different properties, you have only one account. How does your commission get applied? Is it on top of our rates? We can do a simulation, for instance, and you will see how it works. Let's type 24 to 26. And if we check the amount, you see a commission which is called booking fee. Oh yes, probably. No, this one is not available. Oh, just a second. Oh, probably have to. Yeah, for instance, if we take this example here, you have this service fee, which is the commission, basically. The commission is average 70%. It's split between the host and the guest, and it's been added to your night rates, basically. How can people say how we can register gay-friendly on BookingSync or Misterb&b? If you connect with Misterb&b, you will be part of the gay-friendly agencies. So just connect with Misterb&b, and you will be part of this of these listings. Back to Paris registration. My understanding is that only applies to 1/5 arrondissement. True. No, it's for the whole city of Paris. It's not only for a few neighborhoods. It's for the whole city. We use BookingSync rates rules that increase the price for Congress period in Canada. I guess the rates seem to be at the rates after modification by rate rules. We don't have this smart pricing feature so far in Misterb&b. This is something that we want to develop. But so far, if you want to increase your rates, you have to do it manually. But of course, if you want to take advantage of the crowds during congresses, you can increase your rates. It's not a problem, but we don't have, and it's going to be synchronized directly with BookingSync and Misterb&b.
Yeah, the point is, it's a feature we have in BookingSync. So if you have this kind of rate rules, the price exported to Misterb&b will include this rate rules. So
yeah,
this increase. Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing we don't have for now is the increase per channel, like you have with Booking or Airbnb on the way for now on BookingSync. You can choose an increase for each channel, and it's not available for now on Misterb&b.
Not yet, yes. Mhm. Um, any other question?
Yeah, there was a question from Julia. Is it BNB Prague, but it's in private, so I share it in with everyone. Yeah, it's
Sorry. Yes, this one. Okay. Does the guest pay Mr. BNB, then Mr. BNB pays us, or we're expected to collect payment from the guests? Um, the guest will pay Mr. BNB first when he confirms the booking, and the host gets paid 48 to 72 hours after checkout. So we collect the payment, and you get. We are gonna do the payout 2 to 3 days after departure of the guest.
Yeah, so the payments it works maybe quite the same as Airbnb, as I understand, except you don't have many bank accounts for now.
Yeah.
And the payment is made after the checkout and not after the check-in.
This is it, yes.
Yeah. And your pricing, the commission for the host?
For the host, it's 4%.
Okay.
And for the guest, it's around, depends of the amount of the total amount of the booking, could be up to 13%.
Do we have another question? I see that BNB Road is already on Misterb&b.
Mm-hmm. I use dynamic pricing, but it seems that it will be difficult to factor in the extra commission. By dynamic pricing, you mean the feature that we've just talking about? But anyway, the commission will be the commission will adapt. How about damage deposit? Do you handle that? Like for instance, for example, Airbnb. We do not handle the deposit so far. So this is something we're working on. It might be implemented during this Q1 2018. It's not done yet. We're working on it. This is a big expectation from our users. So that's why we are still working on it. It's in progress. But still no, we encourage the hosts to deal directly with the guest. And we will make an announcement once this feature is going to be ready.
Okay.
Any other question?
Well, I think we don't have any questions. Yeah, after this webinar, I will send you an email and the email of Benoit if you have more questions.
Mm-hmm.
24 hours. Yeah. After you sync your BookingSync account with Misterb&b, yeah, it takes up to 24 hours for all your rentals to be imported in Misterb&b and everything synced, price, pictures, and everything.
Mm-hmm. Just another precision regarding the damages, the potential damages. In addition to the deposit, just be aware that we have a very, we have an insurance that covers many damages. So in addition to the deposit, our customer service is also here to take care of this kind of issue.
Okay, so I think we are done. Thank you, everyone. So I will share this video with you, and also some more information and links to the app, to the manual, and the email of Benoit if you have any question and want to reach him. So thank you, and see you in the next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Look forward to seeing you on Misterb&b. Goodbye. Bye-bye.